You want to be in Brickell in a brand new construction, brand new development by 2026? Let me introduce you to Viceroy Residences. Coming from LA, the Viceroy is an iconic hotel and brand. So I'm very excited for this project to come to Miami, to Brickell, and I want to show you what you get for your money here at Viceroy. Let's check it out. So I'm here in Prime Brickell in the sales gallery with Jerry. Jerry,
yeah,
you are the VP of sales here for Viceroy. And I can tell you, I saw the construction going up for a while, and I wasn't sure how it's going to look. I saw this Baccarat, which is, by the way, related, same development. I'm pleasantly surprised because the prices are very reasonable, and what I see so far from the finishes, it's beautiful. And it's very affordable for Brickell because prices are starting for like low 600s.
Exactly. In the low 600s for studios, one bedrooms are going to be in the 700s, 800,000. Depending on the view, can go up to the 900,000. And then we have 2-bedroom units starting at $1,250,000, and 3-bedroom penthouses available as well for clients who want more spacious in their floor plan.
Guys, you need to understand the prices. Brickell just went up so much in the last few years, especially during, the influx from like the COVID times. And it's very nice to see, first of all, that this building, the Viceroy, will be ready to deliver 2026, early 2026,
That's
right?
In January. The very first week of January, we'll start delivering.
Amazing. And so you're going to have brand new construction, literally like 2 minutes walk from Brickell City Center to the mall. And you have so many restaurants around here, and obviously the Viceroy, the brand, because I'm coming from LA. LA, we have the Viceroy, and it's the place, right? Like the hotel, it's sexy, it's fun, a good hospitality brand. So I'm very excited for this to be here. So tell me a little bit, what are we seeing?
Sure. So let me tell you all about Viceroy Brickell, the residences. So here along the Miami River, right at the entrance of Brickell, it's going to be the One Brickell City Complex. So it's a 4-acre complex, and we're going to have 3 towers. The very first tower is going to be Baccarat Residences, and it's the ultra luxury tower with 75.
I stole the unit there.
Yeah. And it's beautiful inside, 6 units per floor, over 800 feet in the air. It's going to be taller than the Aston Martin tower, and it's going to be all facing directly onto the bay. So the second tower, Viceroy Brickell, and we know that 6 months ago, back in October, we reached top off, floor 45. So Viceroy Brickell is actually going to be ready in November of this year.
Amazing.
In December, we'll get the certificate of occupancy from the city, and then the very first week of January, we'll start delivering the units. So it's an unbelievable opportunity for clients who actually, they don't have to wait 3, 4, 5 years down the road for a reconstruction project to get built and leave their deposits there. So this project is going to be available so they can buy it and move into in January or rent it out and put it into the market.
So I walk into the sales gallery and I saw a bar. Is this going to be kind of like the lobby feel? That's what are we seeing?
Maya, the concept of Viceroy Brickell is that we're going to bring the resort style, hotel style, lifestyle to a luxury residential building. So from the moment your clients, get out of the vehicle, they're going to be greeted by the valet staff. You're going to have a doorman with security. When they walk in, there's going to be a private bar in the lobby area. We're going to be serving coffee, cappuccinos, espressos, and tea in the morning.
Or mimosa by noon.
Exactly. And then in the evening, we're going to have cocktails. So the whole concept of this building is that all the residents are going to feel like they're living at a resort.
But it's only residence, guys. So it's not hotel and residence. It's just a Viceroy residence.
Yeah, this is not a condo hotel. This is not a short-term rental building, and it's not an Airbnb.
To all my Airbnb investors, don't ask me that you're looking for Airbnb. I'm like, I don't want to talk about Airbnb units. What is the minimum short-term here?
So here, they do actually give the flexibility to investors or any owner that buys in our building. They can rent it out up to 12 times a year, minimum 30 nights at a time.
That's perfect.
The whole idea is that when the developer, Related Group, which is the same developer for Baccarat, Viceroy, the whole complex here, they decided that they actually wanted to put a building, next to Baccarat. That's not going to diminish the value of the property, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want that daily traffic, but we do want to offer some kind of social experience for all of our clients, because our property, let me show you here. I can show you our renderings we have here, and then we have a scale model. So as you can see along the Miami River, we're actually going to go ahead and transform this. The city of Miami is going to...
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Miami River because it's another water, right? And anything on the water, whether if it's your bay, obviously ocean, the river, it's a good selling point. And it's so nice to have this coming together because I know the developer will do a lot with that location, so...
Yes, and actually to your point, every developer along the Miami River, they're obligated to extend their portion of their Miami Riverwalk. So in the back of our property on the north side, we're going to have a promenade walkway over here. And we're actually going to end up connecting it underneath the bridge into the Brickell Point, which is a nice boardwalk along the Miami Circle Park. And then you can go actually walking all the way to Brickell Key. And then on the north side, you know that now from Bayside, you can come walking from the same boardwalk all the way to Aston Martin, and then you have the Hyatt across. So the city of Miami, their idea is to transform this river, like similar to the river of Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have water taxis along the river. It's gonna take people to all the restaurants nearby. So you have Kiki on the river, Sea Spice, Sumas. It's gonna be a very social and active scene.
So it's a 45-story building. So obviously still, a high rise. How many units total?
So right here in Viceroy Brickell, the residences, we're gonna have 498 units. And they all range from studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms in the penthouses.
And how big is the studio? How big is the 1 bedroom average?
So our studios start off in about 485 square feet. And then you have 1 bedrooms. I have really nice, spacious 1 bedrooms, in this collection. We have units in the 833 square feet,
Nice.
862 square feet. And then we also have 2 bedrooms starting at 1,030 square feet. My best 2 bedroom is an O2 line, and that's facing directly north of the Miami River. And you're gonna have views diagonal to northeast to Aston Martin and partial of the bay. And those have 1,286 square feet, 2 bedroom, and it's beautiful. It's the traditional related group floor plan. So you have your split floor plan. You come in, you have a beautiful kitchen with an island. You have your great room, and then on both sides, you're gonna have a big master suite with 2 walk-in closets, a shower, 2
Nice.
double sinks, and then you're gonna have on the right side kind of a suite for the 2nd bedroom. And then you have 3 doors in there, which I'll show you later on. We have some privacy for your guests.
So yeah, it sounds like, with the, obviously the units cater to like the investor who just wants to, have a second place here or just like rent it out for like the whole, lease, whatever, 30 days. Because you have like the studios, you have the 1 bedroom. So it caters pretty much to everybody. The executive who maybe come to Miami a few times a year and did not want to spend money on hotel and want to have their own place here. Tell me about the amenities.
Sure. So right here in Viceroy, we have just under 40,000 square feet of amenities. So in the very first floor in the lobby, as soon as you walk in, you're going to have a bar area, and that'll be open, like I said, from 7 in the morning, offering some...
Who cares about the pool as long as you have a bar?
Right. And then you have some cocktails in the evenings. And then once you go to the 14th floor, the amenity deck, you're going to have a speakeasy with a DJ booth. You're going to have a sports lounge, and it's going to have multiple TVs for sporting events, 2 billiard tables. And the best part about it, it's going to have a dedicated area for cigars. So there's going to be a humidor area as well. We're going to have a multi-sport simulator room, so Formula One car racing.
Oh, nice.
You're going to have basketball, soccer, and also to play golf. And we will also have an additional room, and this will be really nice. We're going to hold programming on a daily basis here at Viceroy. So we'll have events for wine tasting, scotch, and whiskey.
So you
tasting
keep it
as well.
like it sounds like the brand keeping up to kind of like what the Viceroy is, like sexy, hospitality, activities, social events.
Exactly. As you know, we have properties right now, 2 in Mexico, in Riviera Maya and Los Cabos, and then Santa Monica in California,
Yeah.
Portugal.
And I know there are more coming to Florida, South Florida, but we're not going to talk about that
Yeah,
yet.
so this is actually the Norwalk Tower. It's the very first tower of their brand for residential building, and it's in the city, in Brickell, right? So we want to bring that resort lifestyle into our building, so all of our residents can enjoy.
And then I assume studios will probably get valet parking, maybe the other one get one assigned. Like, how is the
So
parking here?
including in your HOA, you have 24/7 valet parking. All the units have valet parking included. Now, 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, they will get an actual assigned parking spot. And they have the
more you spend, the better you're going to get,
Exactly. But if they choose to use the valet to park the vehicle, they can take advantage of that as well.
And let's just talk about the location. It's such a great location here in Brickell. You can walk and cross the bridge like 2 minutes to downtown. You have so many good restaurants in here. Oh, are we going to have a restaurant on site? Or
Yes, we are. Actually, our Capitol Grill will be moving to the back part of our property, right on the Miami River. We have 10,000 square foot of a restaurant space, and Capitol Grill will be there.
So we're going to keep in the iconic Capitol Grill and integrate it with the site and with the towers that will come here.
Yeah, and it's going to be actually overlooking our private marina that belongs to the Baccarat side of our property.
Now, I do see a lower, is this the parking? You have units here that's like a lower floor?
Actually, the entrance of our building is actually right here on 5th Street. So as soon as you come down the cross over the bridge from downtown, the very first right, across from the three beautiful icon Brickell buildings, you're going to make a right, and this is the entrance to all of our three towers. So the very first tower, you're going to have a beautiful entrance for Baccarat with a green tunnel, and then it goes down to the riverside. For Viceroy, you're going to have a driveway where, like a circular, you're going to come pull in. As soon as you get out of your vehicle, you'll be greeted by the Valet staff, and these are all employees trained and employed by the Viceroy Hotel brand. So you're not going to have a third-party company here, operating the...
We're not talking about valet parking in Miami. I'm very happy to hear that because, like, it could be an issue at some places,
Exactly.
the valet.
So we want our clients to feel like they arrived at a resort and offer that beautiful, a stress-free hospitality service.
So what I like about it, the whole compound, it's basically integrate all the towers here together, but yet you do have the separation and different, entry points, I guess.
Yeah, that's very important you mentioned that because all the
I'm good
parking
like
garages, all the parking garages, the valet staff, and also the amenities will be separated. So in the future, when you do have a hotel component on our property on the third tower, those two, they're not going to be able to use for example, the bar in the lobby area.
Yeah.
That's only designed for residents and their guests.
The penthouse, 45th, 44th floor, you have lower penthouse, higher penthouse, I assume.
So penthouses here, we have it on the 43rd and 44th floor. And we have studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and even 3 bedroom penthouses available.
What's the price point?
So penthouses, I have studios starting off at $797,000.
And how big is that?
And the studios, they're gonna range between around just under 500 square feet. And then you have 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. It follows almost a similar floor plans in our tower. But the 3 bedrooms, what we actually did was we combined a 2 bedroom and a studio, and we made it a 3 bedroom. So some clients, they have a larger family, we want to take advantage of having a bigger floor plan. We also have that available for them.
So how big is that?
So the 3 bedrooms, they're going to be around 1,755 square feet.
Perfect size. Yeah.
Yes, and you're actually going to get 3 sliding doors, in the 2 bedroom units, and then in your 3 bedroom units, you're actually going to have a little bit more space on the left-hand side.
Let's talk finishes. Show me the finishes.
Yes, follow me. So as you can see, this whole idea is that we want to have a earthy, chic, global, sophisticated, design. So Mayor Davis Studios, they did an incredible job.
Oh, that's fine. Let's talk about. We know the developer is related. Mayor Davis is the
interior design.
Interior design.
The world-renowned interior designer. They've done some of the most beautiful buildings here in Miami. It's actually, they're going to do the Baccarat and also Viceroy. Okay. But you can see here in our lobby, we have a lot of green colors, pink. We have the beautiful wood with the curvature. So it's going to be a very earthy feel. Okay. And then we're going to have travertine flooring throughout our whole property, including the units. The units will actually have porcelain travertine flooring.
You heard that? You don't have to deal with the flooring. Again, with developments, a lot of the time you have to choose your floors, or hopefully the developer will do it for you, which in this case they do. So can we see it?
Sure,
can you
follow me.
I really like the color. It's very, very neutral.
Exactly.
I don't like crazy.
Exactly. So here, all of our kitchens are Italian imported. Our floors are actually travertine porcelain floors, so it's going to have that compressed look to it, so it's very easy to clean. Yeah. The same floor, you're going to have it in your living room, in your kitchens, in your bathrooms, in your bedroom, and also in your balconies. All of our countertops, including the backsplash, are going to be porcelain finishes, and you're going to have Italian craft cabinets. The same Italian craft cabinets, they're also going to use it in Baccarat as well. So you're not, diminishing the quality between one building or the other. For your appliances, you're gonna have
Fisher Paykel, the refrigerator
from New Zealand.
I have it in my house, Fisher Paykel.
Yeah, and it's actually gonna have also the dishwasher, the electric cooktop, and then the convention oven is gonna be from the brand Bosch.
Nice. Okay, let's talk money. I mean, we already talked prices, but HOA fees, which obviously in Miami, they went up. But you know what? People always ask me, oh, how come it's, the HOA are so high? But I'm like, you get so much for your money, someone has to pay for it. So what are you asking here per square foot?
Okay, so our HOA fees, they range between $1.45 to $1.50 per square foot.
It's very, very reasonable, guys, because a lot of the new construction are asking $2.50, like $2.50 per square foot.
That's true. And then over the last few years, HOAs have gone up incredibly here in Miami. So included in your HOA, you're going to have your water, your cable, your internet. Remember I mentioned that valet parking is included in every single unit. And then you have the exterior insurance for your unit as well.
Beautiful. Anything else that I can think about it I didn't cover? I'm like,
well, since I told you that we're going to be offering an incredible, hospitality service here in our building, we're actually going to be offering some services that's actually going to be great for the executives who are moving down to Miami. So
and free pass to 11. I'm kidding.
That'd be amazing, right?
With a table.
So actually, let's say you have a client that will be staying, a couple hours late after work, and they left their dog in their unit, and they need to take them out. So they can actually give a call.
I'm going to report them to the city.
Yeah, they can actually give a call to our concierge desk, and we'll go to the property, to the unit, and we'll take the dog out for a nice walk along our boardwalk or the Miami Circle.
I'm just thinking about that person who get the call at like 11 p.m. at the front desk. Oh gosh, this idiot forgot to take his dog out. Now I have to go take the dog out. But that's a nice touch.
It is. We want to give those services. And then, for example, let's say you're going to be out of the area, so you're flying internationally, and you have some plans for your units. So we actually have a private service where we'll send someone into your unit so they can water you.
Can they come to water my plants? Because for some reason I can't keep my plants alive in my house. But that's nice too. So you have the extra touch, the hospitality again.
Right. And then, they even take it as far as, let's say you have an event in the evening and you're running late and you need a dress to be picked up from Sac Fits 2 blocks away here in Brickell City Center. You can call the concierge. They'll actually go pick up your dress for you and put it in your wardrobe.
Why Sac Fits? Why not Zara?
We'll go there as well.
Okay, well, I'm happy this, condo is coming to Miami. I love the brand. I love Viceroy. I'm very excited to see it here in South Florida. The finishes are beautiful. They're like so classy and clean and not too crazy. And location is stunning. And this whole crowd will be stunning once it's done, with the baccarat, of course, and the hotel as well.
And this will actually be, one point I want to point out is that this will actually be the very first luxury residential tower to be delivered in Brickell in the last 5 years.
Yeah, actually, it's a good point, because if you think about it, we had a lot of new construction, until like 5 years ago, like you had SLS Locks, Brickell Heights, Flatiron. We have new construction coming up, but they're going to take like 3 years, like at least. So that's actually very nice to have when you want something new. Because you know what? Even the buildings from like 2016, it's almost 10 years if you think about it.
Exactly. Those 3 towers for Icon Brickell across from our complex.
It's 2008.
They were built 17 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2008.
There used to be a Sheraton 12-story floor, but you know what? To this day, they still hold their value because why? It's on the Miami River. And this complex is right along the Miami River. It has water there. It's gold. You're never going to be able to move the complex.
Right.
You will always hold that value. And then once this whole development gets completed, right, you have the baccarat towers, the hotel component, the boardwalk. Just imagine, the value that you're going to have for your units here.
Amazing. So, wow, thanks for having me. I'm trying to think. We cover HOA, we cover prices, we cover the floor plans.
I can show you an idea of what the bathroom will look like if you want to follow me.
Sure, let's see the bathroom.
So here I have a model of what a master bathroom will look like. This is a 2-bedroom, so you'll be able to walk in right from your master closet.
Is this the size of the closet that you mentioned that the 2-bedroom will have?
Yes.
The big 2-bedroom?
Bedrooms is going to have like double closets, and you'll be able to enter directly into your bathroom. The same flooring, like I mentioned,
it's very pretty.
Velveteen flooring.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
And we're using neutral colors throughout, right? So same night.
And I like the gold touch. I mean, it looks very high-end.
Yes, remember, it's designed by the interior designer Mayor Studios. So both properties, Baccarat and also Viceroy.
Beautiful. So Jay, I see that you have the lower floor units. Tell me about it. By the way, I like it already because, let me tell you, sometimes I go with clients to showing and I realize they do not like height. Once we step out on the balcony, they're like, whoa, I'm like, you didn't tell me that you don't want to be high. So tell me about those lower floor.
Yeah, these units are actually great for clients who prefer lower level. And these are actually 56 city flats. They start on the 2nd floor and they go up to the 12th floor. They have 13-foot ceilings. So right
Wow,
now we have about 10-foot ceilings here. It's going to be
huge.
much taller, and there's one floor for 10, which has an extra layer of window there, and it has 19-foot ceilings. So
That's insane, you know, like even if let's say you have like a 700 square feet unit, let's just say, but you have like a 13-foot ceiling, it feels immediately like bigger, no matter what.
And I actually have one unit in here, which is less than $1,000 a square
So how much is it?
So it's $847,900. It has 862 square feet.
One bed.
One bed, but you
That's
have
very generous.
you have a sliding door directly from the bedroom and another one into your balcony from the great room, the living room. Yeah.
Look at it this way. If you don't have to wait for the elevator, you just take your dog out, or you just call the concierge to take your dog out.
Exactly.
Don't have to worry about that.
So Maya, aside from the lobby bar, we actually have on the 14th floor amazing amenities. So we're gonna have that sports lounge with the cigar humidor that I was telling you about with the 2 billiard tables. We're gonna have a multi-sport simulator area as well. And we're gonna have a speakeasy with DJ booths. So we'll play some nice music in the evenings. It creates a nice social environment for all of us.
Nice. That's very nice. Because, you know, when you move to Miami, I mean, when we moved to Miami, I knew literally zero people. Well, actually one. Giselle, I love you. That's the one person. But anyways, yeah, like when you don't know anyone, when you move to a new city, that's actually a great opportunity to network and meet people in those social events. I mean, I met so many people at the building that I lived when I first moved here. Shout out to Related was SLS. But it's a great thing to have, and especially because people move from literally everywhere, and you can create great friendship from the building, from the elevator, so from the social activities.
All our clients that are moving down here now into the Miami area, remember, they're used to a sophisticated way of living, right? So you have people that are moving down from Chicago, up north, New York, Boston. They love interacting and networking, right? So this building will offer that lifestyle for them.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you have a client, so you're signing a contract, and you took the time to step out to introduce me to Viceroy Residences. If you guys want to learn more information, send me an email. Make sure to like, subscribe, write your comment below. Thank you again for joining me to Viceroy Residences Brickell, and just bring your checkbook.
Exactly. We're here while open, available 24/7 for any presentation. And thank you for visiting our sales gallery. Really
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.